What's good with the people, man? You know what I'm talking about? How y'all doing on this soggy Sunday? You know what I'm talking about? The day that ain't gonna never change. You know what I'm talking about? How y'all doing this morning? What's good, people? Like he, ha ha. You know what I'm talking about? Ken in the pen. I see you, man. I see you, man. My real partner. You know what I'm talking about? What you doing? You know what I'm talking about? I see you, man. Love you to death. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, my folks incarcerated, man. All my folks on the bottom of the game, all my folks on top of that thing. You know what I'm talking about? Keep that head up. Keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it. You know what I'm talking about? Uh-oh. You know what I'm talking about? Red that finger up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Swing that finger. You know what I'm talking about? Worldwide. You know what I'm talking about? Indugu. Fresh. You know what I'm talking about? Mike. You know what I'm talking about? Lil Rue, not Lil Rube, Lil Rue. You know what I'm talking about? Tata the player. That's who comes next. You know what I'm talking about? Same thing, man. All my folks incarcerated, man. All my folks on the bottom of the game. All my folks on top of that thing. You know what I'm talking about? Keep that head up, man. Keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it. You know what I'm talking about? You know, bro, right here, man. I'm with you. You know what I'm talking about? Now let's get through these disclaimers, man. You know what I'm talking about? Now, a good brother like myself, you know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no drug usage. I don't promote no drug sellage. I don't promote no crime. I don't promote no alcohol consumption. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Don't take a sip of the sip it. You know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no crime. You know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no violence. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no domestic violence. You know what I'm talking about? Keep your hands off them people. Alright, you know what I'm talking about? Don't, you know what I'm talking about? Promote, you know what I'm talking about? No negativity. You know what I'm talking about? Me, I don't promote shit. All I promote is that y'all do what you gonna do with your time, man. Make sure you find the right thing to do with it. We don't know how much we got, people. You know what I'm talking about? But a good brother like me, I ain't prejudiced. You know what I'm talking about? Good brother like me, I ain't got nothing against sexually different. You know what I'm talking about? Good brother like me, I ain't got nothing against the little people. You know what I'm talking about? Me, I ain't got nothing against nobody. You know what I'm talking about? I love everybody. As a matter of fact, you know what I'm talking about? I'm on a quest. You know what I'm talking about? Bring that peace. You know what I'm talking about? That joy. You know what I'm talking about? And that love. You know what I'm talking about? Back to the YouTube community. Is you with me? Come on, man. Fuck with your partner, man. You know what I'm talking about? How y'all doing on this soggy Sunday? You know what I'm talking about? The day that ain't gonna never change. You know what I'm talking about? How y'all doing? Look, I had a special request last night, bro. I was supposed to get back to you, man. Brendan sat up there and fell asleep watching the Toxic Avenger. Man, if y'all ain't never seen that movie, that motherfucker funny as shit. You know what I'm talking about? That nigga got on the nigga and was punching him like the speed bag. Oh, God damn, man. Y'all go take a peek at that one. You know what I'm talking about? But how y'all doing, man? Listen. Y'all know bro don't be preaching, man. I got a special request, man. You know what I'm talking about? One of my dear closest friends asked me to speak on something, man. So I'm finna take my best shot at doing it. You know what I'm talking about? How y'all doing this morning? You know what I'm talking about on this soggy Sunday? The day that ain't gonna never change. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to everybody who hungry but full of shit. I'm stuffed. I see you. Fuck it. You know what I'm talking about? Look, my partner, he asked me a good old question, right? He's just like, and you know what I told him? I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? And I just want to spread to everybody else, right? And shout out to Love Dorsey, because she's the only person I never heard speak on this shit like this, right? About how you gotta, man, you just gotta watch out, ask some motherfuckers some shit, because they gonna give you an answer wherever they at in their life. You know what I'm talking about? So if a nigga fucking with a bitch just for some money, that's the kind of answer he gonna give you. You know what I'm talking about? He gonna give you a explanation on why you should fuck with the bitch if she giving you some money. You know what I'm talking about? So you got to be careful about that right there, man. So my best attempt at giving him some advice, and I don't even give advice, you know what I'm talking about? I say, man, do what you gonna do with your time. You know what I'm talking about? Just do what you gonna do with your time. But on some real shit, man, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? I just don't know, man. You gotta figure out what you really want. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta figure out where your piece at. You gotta figure out what you can handle and what you can't handle. You know what I'm talking about? But I will tell y'all this. You know what I'm talking about? Females and niggas. You know what I'm talking about? If you fucking with somebody, like say you start fucking with somebody just based on they had some good pussy or some good head or some shit like that, bruh, that shit ain't gonna never work from the jump. You know what I'm talking about? Because you was just fucking with them for that stuff they got. You know what I'm talking about? All that. So that's where you always gonna be with this shit. It's always gonna be about that head or that pussy when it comes to that thing right there. Now this is what you gotta figure out. Do you want a good piece of peace? You know what I'm talking about? Or do you want a good piece of trim? You know what I'm talking about? Because I think that's what it's gonna come down to. That's what it's gonna boil down to. You know what I'm talking about? What you want? You know what I'm talking about? Do you want your piece? You know what I'm talking about? Or do you want a piece of ass? You know what I'm talking about? And when you find out that answer, you might get a little bit better control of your situation. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just saying, man, I don't know why people fuck with people. You know what I'm talking about? Fuck with whoever you want to fuck with, man. Do what's best for you. You know what I'm talking about? You got to watch that shit right there, too, man, because everything might be best for you. You know what I'm talking about? And you ain't did nothing but ruin a whole bunch of other motherfuckers' lives about what's best for you, man. So you got to watch that shit right there, too, man. But I just say, man, find yourself the best situation. You know what I'm talking about? Where you got the most peace at, man. Oh, hold on, man. Mama said always. And I mean always. Brush your whiskers when you on TV. Especially on Sunday. You know what I'm talking about? Coffee Chronicles. I know what y'all thinking, like, breast football, where that Raider cup at? I'm gonna tell you, every time I go grab that goddamn cup, the Raiders lose. I'm about to throw that motherfucker away. You know what I'm talking about? How y'all doing? But yeah, he asked me something, and the best answer, like I could just really give is, man, you gotta find what work for you. You know what I'm talking about? Don't nobody else really know. Because only you know how you feel about shit. You know what I'm talking about? Like somebody might be looking at your situation and think you got a good bitch. You know what I'm talking about? Be like, damn, bro, I got a good bitch. But you don't know that bitch running bro up the walls. You know what I'm talking about with all that bullshit. So you don't never know is what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about? It's all about what you can deal with. You know what I'm talking about? And what's best for you and your peace. Now, this is what I will give you some advice on. They had some good game in that, it's the same shit like in that Don't Be Married or whatever. When that nigga told that nigga that 80-20% rule or whatever. Make sure you don't leave your 80% chasing that 20. You know what I'm talking about? So what I will tell you is, or tell people is, and I ain't got no advice for nobody, just do what you gonna do with your time. You know what I'm talking about? What I would tell you is, don't fuck your peace off over a piece of ass. You know what I'm talking about? Just don't do that. You know what I'm talking about? Because in the end, because most of the time we end up in them situations, you know what I'm talking about, when they got that good piece of trim, but they ain't got no good piece of mind. You know what I'm talking about? You end yourself up in one of them situations right there. And when you get to thinking about it, all you got to gain is a good piece of trim. You know what I'm talking about? Man, please. Or just tell him like OG told me a long time ago when we was in Santa Rita, man. That man said there's only two kinds of trims. You know what I'm talking about? Good and gooder. I'll just tell you what that nigga said. You know what I'm talking about? But it like, when you meet somebody, bruh, shouldn't even really be about all that. You know what I'm talking about? Because I think all that shit in your mind, too. You know what I'm talking about? You feel me? Like I say, I ain't giving nobody no advice. Firepower, you know what I'm talking about? That's the advice I get, y'all. Go get you some of that firepower. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, I don't know, man. I just tell you, do what's best for you and your peace. You know what I'm talking about? Do what's best for you and your peace. And don't let a piece of trim come in between that. You know what I mean? But like, all I'm gonna tell y'all is ain't nobody gonna ever know but you. You know what I'm talking about? Because you can ask somebody else something about vanilla and he don't even like vanilla. So that's the answer he gonna give you. He gonna give you an answer of a nigga that don't like vanilla ice cream. You know what I'm talking about? So watch it. You know what I'm talking about? But all you can do is do what you gonna do. You know what I'm talking about? So it all boils down to, man, do you want a good piece of peace or a good piece of trim? You know what I'm talking about? Man, listen. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Only advice I give you, man, is if you roll something up and blow you something up, man, go and get you some firepower. You know what I'm talking about? But I don't know, man. I just wish you the best, man. I wish everybody the best, man, on this soggy Sunday. That's how we gonna start this one off, with a conversation we were supposed to have last night. You know what I'm talking about? Bruh fell asleep watching Toxic Avenger. You know what I'm talking about? Man, y'all go take a peek at that shit right there. Man, that shit funny as a motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out Love Dorsey and anybody else who name I might have said, you know what I'm talking about. Don't be trying to use people's name without give them a shout out. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man. So if y'all ever find yourself in this situation right here, man, I'm gonna tell you to grab your calculator, you know what I'm talking about, and add that shit up, man, and see what you get when you hit them equals. You know what I'm talking about? What's better for you, man? You want peace or you want a good piece of trim? You know what I'm talking about? And I'm gonna say, if you getting up there in age like me, man, you know what I'm talking about, you should have had about all the good pieces of trim you gonna have. You should be looking for that good piece of peace. You know what I'm talking about? But I love y'all, man. Soggy Sunday, day that ain't gonna never change, man. Shout out to all my folks in the pen, all my folks on top of the gang, you know what I'm talking about, all my folks on bottom of that thing, man, you know what I'm talking about. Special shout out to my little brother Ken, you know what I'm talking about. That's my dog, you know what I'm talking about, man. And I'm up out of here. And y'all just remember this, on the Soggy Sunday, day ain't gonna never change, man, no matter what. You know what I'm talking about? Always remember this. It don't cost nothing, you know what I'm talking about. Just show a little bit of love. You know what I'm talking about? Good piece of peace, good piece of trim.